home. I think he's at like Camelback and I-17-ish.
And he had an honorable discharge.
A stranger.
I think it's Purple Heart. And he was injured. He was shot or something happened, and then he got sent home. But because he hadn't served the entire 4-year term or something like that.
Oh, you know, they try that shit. They always pull that shit because they did it to the guys coming.
Well, he
and
needs
excuse my language.
It's okay.
Sorry,
He needs back surgery and something. He can't get any benefits at all. And it just really kind of makes my skin crawl just because, like how Hugh just found out that ICE or something is going to issue 15 million visas to these undocumented workers.
Well, that's like what they're doing to the Eskimos up in Alaska.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Were the frontline guys in World War II?
I mean, there's got. I mean, I'm going to get his information and see if I can get it to one of you guys. This guy's. I mean, he can hardly get to the doctors. They can't get him from A to B because he doesn't have a wheelchair.
So he didn't complete his contract because he was injured?
Yeah, he got sent home. Something happened. I think he got shot or something happened to him. Again, I'm getting secondhand information, but I can find out more.
Well, you know, under George Senior, or not George Senior, but George Junior there, those veterans who came back and were injured and they're medically discharged, they sent them letters saying they would have to pay back their enlistment and re-enlistment bonuses because they were unable to fulfill the terms of their contract. Ooh, that was just a mistake. You know, no, it wasn't just a mistake. They wanted to get away with it for as long as they could get away with it.
I mean, he struggled for like a year and a half or something, disability. They're denying him disability. Access is denying him his surgery. He needs some kind of back surgery. And they never fixed his foot that's shattered. So I think it's going to be completely like unusable. You know, if you don't set your leg or whatever when it shatters, you're pretty much toast. So I mean, I keep thinking, you know, that there's probably not only him but other people out there like that, and that these are the people that need help. You know, Americans.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so I thought I would bring that up because I thought maybe you guys could help out if I could get a number and stuff for him.
And see, that is a larger goal of this group, is because once we do have a little bit more political clout, we can, you know, get into these people's offices. Like I was talking to this guy who's going to GCC. He's a vet, he's a former armor ranger. He was in Bosnia, Serbia, that theater of war under Clinton. So that's about serving under bad presidents. But I forget what I was saying.
Are you talking about John?
No, this guy, what's his name? DJ is this guy's name. But he's going to be helping us out a lot, too.
Well, you just raised a sore point with that, with Clinton in Bosnia. When Clinton went on an inspection tour over there, they not only made him remove the clips from their guns, they made him remove the bolts from their guns.
See, I never heard about that, but... Well, and really, when Obama went over there to lobby for the Olympics, he couldn't stop any troops in Iraq. I thought it was a safe place to be these days.
What are we doing with these, pardon my French, asshole politicians? You know, they go over and start wars and they do all kinds of other goofy stuff. And then they don't want to support the troops or they don't want to win the war.
Well, what we're going to do is take them out.
Forever.
Okay.
Not with
Resurrect George Patton.
Vote him out. Yeah. Be careful, terrorists. What you're saying. Vote him out.
There's always tar and feather if nothing else works.
And as I'm running for office, I'm seeing a lot of the stuff here is that there's some of us candidates that are wanting to get into office and fight for the veterans. We're willing to fight for the citizens, and we're willing to try and take out all these crappy politicians that just are not listening to us and what we have to say and how it needs to be done. The problem that we're running into, as Fred will attest to as he's sitting there trying to help Jim raise funds, is we are not politically connected. We don't have politics on our side, and we don't have big money on our side. So we try to do what we can, scrounge together as much money as we can. But the biggest thing that you can help is getting our names out there. To start spreading the word to anybody and everybody you know, and start pushing those people. You know, so Jim Deacon, myself, there's a guy down in Tucson that's running against
Janet.
Who is that?
Giffords?
Giffords, yes.
Gabby?
Carlson down there. I mean, so we need to get those people's names and we need to start spreading them amongst the groups. I was up in Sholo and went to talk to the VFW group that was where the White Mountain Conservatives were holding their meeting and said, hey, you know, I'd like to come and speak in front of your group. And the response I got back, I was just kind of appalled at, was, well, we don't allow any political things to be spoken in front of the group.
It's a political group.
And it's like, you know, I guess at that point in time, I don't understand, because here I am wanting to give up part of my life to go in and fix the government so that they can get what they deserve. And yet they don't want to do anything about it.
They're
You
mechanics.
should have contacted the state chapter, the person who's over all the state chapters, because
And that's the point that I'm getting at, is some of us, like myself, don't know all the organizations and where you need to start with each one. So we're doing exactly how we're starting out, is we're starting at the grassroots.
Right.
We're trying to get the people at the bottom, because we feel that those are the ones that are most important. They're the ones
You
that
need to
push the
talk to
organization.
Haney, Rob Haney, and you need to talk to Tom Husband.
I spoke with Husband for a while. He's a great guy. He's willing to, you know, do whatever he can to get me in front of people.
Good, but you got
As
to
far
pressure
as
him.
Haney, I won't get much with Haney, because Haney's just waiting for Dean Martin, which is nothing more than politics as usual.
I don't know about that, but
That he's waiting for that, or that he's
I don't know about that. All I can tell you is I know Rob Haney is definitely not a McKinney.
No, I know that too.
Okay, and I think anybody that can go in and well, I don't know about Dean Martin. I don't know Adam as far as that's concerned. Whether he'd be a good governor or not, I have no idea. Okay, and so I think what we need to, if Husband was amenable to you, then you should pressure that as far as you can. The other thing you should do is go try to get in to see Randy Paul. You know, Randy is also a non-McKinney.
Well, I understand the political side,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to do instead of the political side is I want the people side. I want the people like the VFW. I want the people like the disabled American veterans. You know, those are the type of groups that this group here can actually get the word out, because that's who they're part of. And so if you're really looking to try to figure out how to get these politicians out of office and stuff, that's how you're going to do it. Is you need to help spread the word, find the right candidates that are out there, and get their names out there and start pushing for them, because they're the ones that are going to get into office to make the changes that we need, so that issues like, you know.
No, the only reason I'm suggesting
and
those
some of the others.
Husband and Cullen was because you talked about getting in front of certain groups for yourself, and that's the guys that can do it for you. Okay. Now, VFW and the American Legion and whatever, we can help. My commander, we just opened a new post down in Levine, and he knows everybody in the American Legion.
And that's what I'm trying to get at when we're talking about how can we get the politicians out of office. That's exactly how this group needs to go and speak
Yes.
to all the other groups that they know and all the contacts
Exactly.
to get that out there. And it's not just for me. I'm bringing it up for the others. I'm bringing it up for Jim Deacon.
Oh, no,
I'm
I
bringing it up for
understand.
Tom Carlson down in Tucson. You know, these are the changes that we need to make, and that's the only way we're going to get it, because those of us that are trying to get into office to make the changes, we're just regular people. And so the best we can do to try and get the words out there for everybody, the better we can do, the more people we can get out of office, and the quicker we can make the change. Carefree Highway.
there's a guy, well, you're out of this